My name is Estee. I'm a Singaporean living in Sweden. I'm sorry I couldn't update you guys on this live stream because it just come into my mind and I finally got a time to be alone. So right now I'm back home. LG is staying in the summer house tonight. So this is a golden opportunity that I don't want to miss because it's very seldom I get an evening alone by myself. That is one thing that I, you know, thought about lately. It's really, really nice to be alone, and there's really nothing wrong to be alone because sometimes we really need that to be creative. Because when you are with somebody and you are occupied in his life, and he's occupied in my life, and we felt like we are being obliged to each other, especially in the evening, because most of the time in the daytime he has something to do and I always have something to do, and we never have a chance to talk. So evening time we just like to hang out on the sofa, watch television with Siri, and she loved it very much because she don't get to see us in the daytime, and only in the nighttime she get to see us. So this is an opportunity. I thought I'm going to jump on live and keep you guys update on what is going on with my life recently, so you know that I'm thinking about you guys. All right, I haven't forgotten about you guys. um Seriously, recently, I this summer I had a really long, slow thoughts about my channel, and I really want to do a better job. I know that this all this months for this whole year has been really, really tough, because there is this the peat, if you know what I mean, is going on, and we are kept in the house uh, most of the time, and we run onto each other nerves. So having time alone is really important for me. As you guys know, our summer house is not very big, so it's like 40 square meter, and we often got, not like conflict, but we always step onto each other's tail, and that is a very bad situation for me. Sometimes, the environment that over there is very nice, beautiful, peace and quiet, but I felt a little bit agitated very easily because I'm so confined to the space, and now that it's getting colder, so I cannot be out for too long. And sometimes in the summer, late summer, we still have mosquito uh, in the cottage. So hi, uh, and I think I have decided that I want to give YouTube a serious thought. Maybe starting a career, I don't know, but I have a lot of plan ahead of me. And during this time, late summer until now, I've written a lot of notes, and I have this in this book that I kept, and I want to just, because I like to analyze, how this channel is going and where this channel is going. And I've been reading all your comment, all right, every one of them, and I take notes on everyone's interest. What I really notice is that a lot of people, you guys, most of you guys are from the United States, Asia, Philippines. I have a lot of Philippine. I do not know how, but there's been a lot of Philippine viewers, and they are. You guys are so interested in my life, and you keep asking me, how do I get here in Sweden from Singapore, and how do I get used to the kind of life here, being an Asian. So I do not know whether you have seen my vlog earlier on, because I think sometimes I don't even like to look at my own vlog because I find it so boring. I'm so I'm so sorry if you think that you enjoy it, but seriously, I just felt like it didn't really show the part of, it's not that I'm not real. I'm real in my vlog, but I just felt like something is missing there. And recently I did some research, like I told you, I read all your comment and I find out ways to, put my life in a story form and document it so that you guys can see how it is like, how it's like to live here in Sweden. A lot of people, I hope I'm not misleading anyone about this beautiful country, because I think 9 out of 10 people who comment and they want to move here immediately if possible. So for me, I would suggest no, don't do that, because you have to do research. Sweden, no doubt, is a very beautiful, nice country, but there are also a lot of things you need to consider. And that is why I want to, share with you guys my thoughts and my experience being Asian living in Sweden. It is not easy. A lot of people talk about whether Sweden look down on Asian people. We have discussed about this, but I just want you guys to know that no matter which country you live in, there's always discrimination. All right, it doesn't matter where you live in. Certain country is more, like I say, Sweden is, in my opinion, is much lesser. It all depends on how you look at the situation. Some people are very sensitive. Uh, the slightest comment will run them crazy. So I used to be like that, but I'm not like that anymore, because I start to understand how people think and how I set boundaries. Last time, being an Asian, Asian, we Singaporean, we are very friendly, right? Most Asian are very friendly because we don't understand. And we are like, oh, hey, come, dinner to at my place, come go out for fika, come go out, I'm not like that anymore, because I just felt like uh, it's the friendliness level of me has dropped because I recently know how to set boundaries. And seriously, this summer, I observe people, the circles of friends that I am with, and I just find that some people, they are very calculative, they are very, how would I say it? Uh, they think about themselves. They only call you when they need something. I know these Swedish people are not all like that, but most of the Asian friends that I have, they are like that. Whenever they call me, they always want something from me. So I just felt like, I should set boundaries. And this summer, I learned how to do that. I learned how to say no to people, and it feels good. And some people, they felt like, they want to put me in a position, or whereby they tell me I'm different. And this summer I really got a chance to speak to one person face to face, and I told her to FO, because I don't put up with that nonsense. And it felt so good, I must tell you. And it makes me more and more aware of how I behave around people and why they are treating me the way they did. And sometimes I feel really sad because I felt like I've given them everything. I thought that they were friends, and you know, I give them as much as I can. And you give them 1 inch, they want 1 yard. You give them 10 centimeter, they want 1 meter. So I'm done with that. So I told LG, I said, I have to set boundaries, because if I don't do that, I will be very unhappy. So this year, my life around summer, autumn has been more focusing on myself and what um, that makes me happy. And the same for you guys too. Um, we Asian, we always like to, you know, give people face, right? We call that. Sometimes we don't have to do that. If people are nice to you, be nice to them back. If people are keep asking you for this and that and they are never satisfied, you need to put a stop by setting boundaries. So I hope that with this idea, I want um, you guys to learn, because I think many Asian people, they are so open, they are so friendly, they don't know the age where to stop. So I hope that my focus for my channel is like building up your own self-esteem, and also, being an Asian in a foreign country is never easy. So I want to share my true life experience with you guys. It can be a lot of tears, because seriously, it is not easy living abroad, because you have to pay a price. And what are the price? So I'll tell you later. So in fact, I've written a list of things that I wanted to say. Um, you know, my thoughts about Sweden, Swedish people, and the kind of lifestyle here. Uh, it is really depending on your experience also, because I came here when I was 30, and I would consider myself quite naive during that time, because I don't really understand how people works. So over 20 years, then I start to get it. And it has come to a conclusion, very sadly to say, I've learned to do, and I think that this is really good to protect ourselves. And that is why I started isolating myself, my life. Certain people ask me, hey, how come you never show your family? How come you never show Gay's family? I don't want to do that, because they have nothing to do with my channel. And I want to put focus on giving and delivering some value when you guys are watching my video, and that you want to come back for more. And I want to make it so real that you can fully understand. I don't even have to talk. So what I have in mind is like, remember you guys, I have done some quiet vlog earlier on. I don't really speak. I just don't even really want to show my face, because a lot complain, oh, how come her hair is so messy? How come her hair is so dirty when she cook? A lot of complaint. My complaint is like this thick. Huh? But I'm so sorry. It's not like that. But I'm just so tired of like putting on makeup, being looking so nice on television, because that has nothing to do with my life, because I feel comfortable with my own skin. I feel comfortable without makeup. I feel comfortable having a messy hair. This is me. If you don't like and don't enjoy what you see, maybe this is not the right channel. But of course, you know, this is reality. Like now, I'm doing a live streaming. Everything you see is real from my heart. All right. So, what I have in mind is this not really quiet vlog. I want to features like what actually happened, like more behind scene, like what me and LG do, like how we, prepare certain things. Like we've been like this wallpaper, we just put it up just a few days ago. So these are things that as a couple in real life, sometimes we don't have agreement, and sometimes how we argue ourselves around. I think it's really interesting that, for me as an Asian and he as a Swedish man, we have our differences, and how we able to live together peacefully, with respect. It is not that easy. Sometimes you just want to strangle that guy, but you can't, because you have to hold on to the temper. So I think this has lead also with a partner has made me more patient, but sometimes patient running out. So I just want to show my real part of our life, and the differences and how we made up, so that we could live together. And I think that will be interesting for many of you guys, because this is not what you see on normal vlog. Usually vloggers, they would like to put on nice clothes, nice makeup. Let me just read a comment. Hi, Lisa. I love you. I hope you. Thank you, Lisa. Nice to see you. Did you like my wallpaper? So it is really, we don't go school for being a couple, but to live together, I tell you, it's not an easy choice. Especially we are 11 years different, and sometimes we just have to learn. We cannot give up. So, and I hope to grow old with this man, because I think he's a really nice guy. And every day, I can tell you, even though we've been together for 5 years now, every day to me, I'm still learning to be patient, how to be caring, but I learn also how to set boundaries, because men is like that. If you don't set boundaries, they will take advantage of you too. So I think it is important. So I hope that I could capture some of the real scene that you can see. It can be a scene that I'm really pissed off with him. It can be a scene that I really pissed off with the kitchen, how he cleaned his kitchen, and how he makes me so irritated, or maybe certain things, certain issues, certain news that I find that is interesting, and how I react to all this news, and the kind of lifestyle and how it affects me. I don't think so you can easily find, because vloggers, they usually like to show the best part. I'm having this nice car, I'm having this nice carpet, or this nice wallpaper. In fact, this is the first time I ever put up a wallpaper, and I would say it's not that bad, right? I think, but I don't want to overpaint or super sugarcoat this country and make you guys say, oh, I want to move here immediately. It's not that I'm trying to stop you guys, but I just want you guys to reconsider before moving, because so much to talk about before you even move yourself to from your country to another. All right, so I hope that this channel will more or less benefit, not necessarily in moving to Sweden. It can be moving in any country, being an Asian. So I think, and also, about this channel, and I know you guys love cooking, love food, and love to eat. So I think I will also cooperate, like, okay, what happened in this day, and what do I eat for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner. And don't get the each picture that we eat good food all the time, okay? We eat also leftover food. And I think these are things that we miss out. I think I missed out on this reality, that all those vlogs that you see, wow, the food looks so delicious, wow, how come she can cook so well, Hey, Estee is a human being. Estee failed too, okay? And I think I'm going to show you guys how I feel desperately, badly, so you guys know, hey, I recognize that, I made the same mistake. So that you could easily relate your experience with mine, and that we share the same view, the same experience, and how I overcome that. Hopefully, I can cover on that also. And the reason why I am unable to shoot so much video is also because of LG. I tried to shoot, and then sometimes he was behind, pang, pang, doing all the hammering. And I can't, because I get so irritated when, like now, the car just passed by. You can hear all this. So for me, I feel like I get so irritated. But now I was thinking, hey, come on, this is what is going on. So my vlog is going to be like certain part that is quiet, and then I use word to explain if I need it. But sometimes by just watching what I was doing, you guys are smart enough to know what I was doing. But if I required any explanation, then I will speak slowly and softly, all right? And I think my goal is not to live peacefully quiet. My goal is to live a smart, stressless life. You know, stress can kill you. So I try to be that. I want that in my life. And recently I made up, I'm going to show you guys a place later before I go off, where I start to do meditation. And meditation actually, is really, really good. It will give you this peace that you need. And everybody, I say everybody, need to do that. It's just that we are so busy with our time. The time is so valuable. And we always say, oh, we don't have time, right? We don't have time. You have time to watch TV. Yeah. You have time to read newspaper. You have time to go on social media and watch whatever things you can find. Don't tell me you don't have time, all right? Meditation just take 10 minutes of your time. 24 hours, you have 10 minutes. Prioritize yourself, because I think that you are more important than the TV. You are more important than, all your friends trying to show off their food or their trip. Don't waste time on that. Focus on what you need, all right? And I think different things. Oh, thank you. Uh, Focus on yourself, and that is what I want to do. I want to focus on myself, what makes me happy, and I want to share this trick to you so that you too don't have to take the shit from people and live a nice, stressless life. Okay? That I will try to teach you, because I think you need to cut off the bridge. I'm 55 soon. I have no more eggs. I cannot produce any more baby. I don't give a damn about what people think about me, what I do. If they have an opinion, I just, I don't know what they're talking about. I shut people off. I burn my bridge with people that I don't want to associate with, because they are not worth my time. And what is more valuable in this whole world is your time on earth, all right? Enjoy it every minute and every second, because you never know when you'll be expiring. So that was why I started with this channel, to document my life. All right. If you guys are thinking about starting a YouTube channel, go ahead and do that. All right. You need to document your life, your story, so that your next generation or your grandchildren can read about, or know more about you. Isn't that nice? Because that is like what I always wanted to learn about my ancestor. And I don't even have a picture of myself when I was a child, when I was a baby. I don't even know how I look like. So that is why I find that it is really important. Me doing this, my next generation, next generation can know, how my life has been through hell. Now, it's through uh, sweetness and bitterness and a lot of other 酸甜苦辣, we call that in life. 酸甜苦辣means sour, sweet, and spicy. Yeah. So, and also make it even more difficult. Even though we are staying in the cottage, I hope this is like a chit chat with you guys. Even though we are staying in a cottage, a lot of people thought, oh, Estee got all the time in the whole world, to do what she wants. And I still feel like I wasn't so pleased because even though I have that space, a beautiful place, but hell, there's a lot of work. There is tons of work to be done. Uh, like in the morning, me and LG wake up and I tell him that he has to make breakfast because that is at least what he can do. You have to assign your husband or your partner to share with you the housework. And I think I'm recently really good in that because now LG get it. In fact, I tried to start from the beginning, but it didn't work. So slowly, teach him how to, do the work that you feel like you are like partnership. You have to share the choice. Like now, I don't want to do so much filming, cooking because he's always around. Because I asked him to be around, and when he is around, he doesn't talk. He only make a mess, and then I have to clean up that mess, and then I get so angry. So nowadays I just tell him, do this. All right, and how to do that. And LG, he has no prior experience about how to cook rice, for example. You can teach him, but you need to, for example, frying an egg, you need to teach him at least 3 times. Then he know how to, flip it. So it is that bad, right? But now he's getting better because I was there. I tried to coach him with a lot of patience, because I'm very impatient, right? And then sometimes, he just forget it. As long as he do it right and you have your breakfast, just shut the mouth and eat it and enjoy and be grateful. So breakfast, and he's very slow, very, very slow in everything he do. Every time, uh, every morning or every day, half of the day is gone. For me, I'm not a morning person, but I like to be productive in the morning. I like to clean the house. I like to make sure that before I even start sitting and eat breakfast, I want to make sure that my surrounding is clean. The floor is swept because the house is so small and the door is open all the time and all the dirt come into the house and I get really irritated. And I'm not easy to live with. And I would tell you later why. And I hope that my vlog will give you an idea who the heck I am, so that you guys know the real me. I'm not saying that I'm not the real me before, but I haven't shown you the real part of me yet. So, and I think I'm really excited to show you so that you see and you learn. Half the day is gone. I always feel like, we just finished breakfast and it's almost 11 o'clock. To me, it's like wasting a lot of time. I could be doing a lot of things like cleaning the house, doing the gardening, maybe do some foraging, going out for a walk before I start my breakfast. I really hope I can do that. But I never been able to do that for 5 years. When we are done with breakfast, 11 o'clock, and then he clean up, he need to clean at least half an hour to clean 2 plates, 2 cups, and maybe a teapot. Okay, it's really slow, and you really have to be patient because I'm a really impatient person, and and it's like how to handle that, right? So and then in the morning sometimes you want to and then we have to go shopping for food because we are staying far away from the some hamlet, we call that, the village. So we have to take a car to go and buy food. And then by the time we come back, going there buy food, you think it's so easy. Going there to buy food, it takes us like 2 hours. Because then in the shop, in the village, LG, he know everybody there. And then I have to start with the basket then. Can we go? Because he's talking to his friend all the time. And I cannot go out because I'm stuck. And then, we go together. And at the end, I have to put him at home. I said, you know what? don't go, I go by myself. I think it's better. Sometimes I like to bring him along because he can carry, because he's strong, you know. Because I have some pain on my hand recently. I have this elbow arm for like a few months now. And sometimes when I'm doing filming, I feel so pain on my arm. So I'm not giving excuses. It's just that I have given this channel a serious thought. And I think maybe this might work because I think this is what you need to see, the real situation. All right, being somebody in my situation. So I think it's very important. And you know, seriously, I've been filming quite a lot during this time, summer, autumn, and I have a lot of film in my telephone because I have a very high GB telephone. And I just feel so frustrated because every time when I film and it keep accumulating and I have so much story. When you have too much story, you lose your focus, right? So I also felt very agitated because of that, because there's too much things to say and I do not know where to start. So I was looking at all the video that I edited. In fact, I have 4 video I already edited. And it's halfway. Because when I edit a film, I want complete silence because I'm doing the recording. And when I'm doing the recording, it's always the case when I'm doing, he's always around. And I can't do it. You know, I was just like, okay. I went to the caravan. You know, we have a small caravan. That is where I thought that I can have my video recording. And when I start to on the button, like he's cutting the grass or he's chopping the wood. And I'm a perfectionist. That's the problem with me. So now I don't want to care. I don't care anymore. You know, whatever situation it is now, you guys are going to listen to the real sound. Sometimes I have to censor certain part because if I find it's too boring, I have to cancel them. But I would like to give you guys the real experience of our life. Let me know what you guys think, all right? And I love to hear from you guys. Don't ever think that I never read comment. I read comment and I make note one, okay? So let me know what you think of this channel and what you guys want to watch more. And then I will, you know, maybe add on to this list of things that I want to create for my future video. So guys, I hope you guys enjoy talking to me. I really enjoy doing this. It's just like my weight off from my shoulder because I've been wanting to do this like 3 weeks ago and I didn't have a chance because there's so much things and right now it's a foraging time. I just want to read this, all right? Hi, Estee, Singapore living. Oh, Singapore living in UK. How nice. Yeah, I have a lot of UK viewers too, right? Um, and they also want to move to Sweden because it is not so far. Now we have direct flight. Thank you, thank you. Ding, ding, right? And I'm really happy because it's so interesting to see what people think about this channel. And you know, I want to give you guys the real stuff, right? Not that the over painted pictures. And I hope you guys enjoy this channel as much as you do and share them with your friends. If you find that this channel may be good for somebody to just check it out, I would really appreciate you guys sharing my channel with your friends also. And I'm going to be hitting 35,000 and I'm not I cannot believe this is true. You know, I started with a very small few thousand from the beginning for first few years. And then suddenly it's just like boom. And I'm just fascinating. And I would think that if I were to do a better job in storytelling, I think this will even help the channel to be even more fun to watch. All right. So, hear from me. I hope I will come up with this video soon. My next video, I'm going to be telling you about how I live with LG, all right, being an Asian and having a Swedish partner, and how an Asian like myself endure and learn and accept the differences between us. I hope you look forward to that video as I look forward to your comment, and I'll see you in my next. Have a nice day, guys, and I'll see you. Bye bye. Let me just read. Do you find the surprising Singaporeanness because you are Sweden? Oh yes. Okay. I was just about to tell you guys this. All right. It's good that you remind me. After staying here for like 23 years, uh, I just feel like my Singaporeanness is gone, and I don't like it. I I still miss my Singlish accents. Uh, I try to speak, but nobody understand me here in Sweden. I do not know how where it went, and where it goes to. I think it's also because when you are learning a new language in a new country, you somehow more or less will lose it, right? You're losing your roots, yeah. Yeah, me too. And I think it's not so good, because no matter how we are human being, we have to have this root that make us, right? That make us so unique. So for me, I don't think so there is so many Singaporean that stay in Sweden because Sweden is too cold for Singaporean. uh, Maybe England maybe easier because England is not that cold. It's just raining, right? Raining a lot. But here is like really cold. So my Singaporean visitors, they come here, they say, oh, hello, hello. What? 25 degrees, they're wearing like winter jacket. Like my family, 25, 20 degrees. Say, oh, they say very cold. Oh, do you have any jacket I can borrow? So yeah, you lose it. And I just felt like, I said, hey, how come where is all my accents as being a Singaporean? I really lose it naturally. And I don't want to say that I'm becoming more and more Swedish, but I am because I'm staying in this country. And this country will make me more and more Swedish. The way I think, the way I talk, but I don't really have so much connection or contact with the real Swedish people outside. I know how they think. So Swedish people, they are very distancing, so it's very difficult to know them, and they are not open to you. Swiss people are very reserved. So I don't I still find that no matter how, there is still some part of me. That is why I wanted to do this channel, to put this Singapore way of thinking, yeah, uh, into my video when I'm living in Sweden. Like, for example, hey, how come, like we passed by this place when we were going to town, and they're making these circles where you can have more car in the circles. And I was telling LG, I said, in Sweden, Saturday, Sunday, the worker don't work, right, in the construction site in Sweden. But in Singapore, it's like 24 hours, 365 degrees. These poor people don't even have holidays. Yeah, maybe they have one day on Sunday for holidays. But I think a lot of workers, the builders, they are working like round the clock. Maybe they just get to sleep and then they go back to work again. But in Sweden, it's so different. And I said, in a way, this will never happen because on Saturday, Sunday, even Friday, they work half day and they are gone. But yeah, it's so different. So this is my thoughts, you see, as a Singaporean. Hey, wow, then shiok, then good, their life here, they don't have to work so hard like in Singapore. And then I always like to compare my life here uh, in Sweden, and I felt so blessed, even until today, 23 years. And even though I don't have families, I don't really have good contact with my family, and I don't even have a really good base on friends. But in Sweden, we say we klarar sig. We can live without them, and actually, we could live without them. Not necessary. Every family will be that supportive. I think I've lost the support and respect from my family because I moved here. And I can't blame them because they have the rights to feel how they feel. But I also feel like maybe I am more happy here being alone than with a bunch of people around me that stress me out, that doesn't really like me but have to put up with my nonsense. So I think in a way I find that this country is more suitable for me because I feel like I'm a more alone person, and I felt really mm, I'm sad to say is happy to be alone. um, I'm sure you can feel that, when I'm alone I feel much happier when I'm alone than with LG. It's not that he's making me unhappy, but I'm just, oh, if you know what I mean. So this is what that is coming in my mind into creating this concept, that the way I think, how I think, and what are my thoughts. Why did I react? Why did I react the way? And how this situation of living here, and this crazy woman having these crazy thoughts, and how I get over with that. And how do I felt like, I don't care anymore, and I really seriously don't care anymore what other people think. I only care about my own happiness. And I tell you, this is not being selfish. And I want to explain to you why, all right, in this channel. All right, so before I go, I'm going to read the last one. I've been over to go back to Singapore, friend. Yeah, they're expecting too much, right? They say, how come we still have only one child, not two, not three, right? And then how come you're not coming back so often? You think it's so easy to come back. Could you think you could go back in time and you wish you bought the kids? I don't really understand. Let me just read the comment again. Okay. Do you think you could go back in time, and do you think that you wish you had bought your kids in Singapore? Oh, no, no way, no way. I will not bring my children back to Singapore, even though I know Singapore education is so good, right? The reason why I don't want to bring my children back, because I really enjoy and I really like the school system here. In Singapore, we are being judged by our grades. You have a person with a damn attitude with very good grades. You have somebody who is lower in IQ and they are being judged. So that is what I felt like I don't like about Singapore system, is that we are being judged, we are being lifted for the grade that we get, not being a person. In Sweden, I was so impressed with the teacher, how they teach. They teach it in a very pedagogic way. Um, and I loved it because I think that we don't have, we have to give our children their childhood, like just like me, when we come back from school Saturday, we still have to go half day school, right? And then we have to have our ECE. I'm going to read that question. And then we have this ECE, like half day, and then when we go back we still have the tuition. Oh my god, so many pressure. All right, and I don't want my daughter to go through all that shit, because that is not a life. I find that as a human being we should be able to let our child have the fun, because what for we pressure them, because of a grade, and then, you know yeah, you study hard, then you can be a doctor and a lawyer, and then when you make money, you can be happy. That is bullshit. All right, don't ever listen to that. Yes, education is very important. If you are taught in the right way, Swedish people, they like to learn. They are very smart because the teacher teach them how to be excited about education, and they are very excited in school. They want to go to school and they want to learn because they have managed to teach the child, how to appreciate education, something that you will never be taken away from you. But in Singapore, oh, test 70 point, huh? You just get 70. Oh, 70 is really good. You don't know? In Sweden, we don't even have a test. We don't even have exam. Every day, even if you are stuck in certain exam, a certain subject, you get passed. You never have like staying back for one whole year. Can you imagine? You tell this child you are not good. Stay back for one whole year. Huh? Hey, come on. He's just a child. They all deserve to be treated the same level. And that is why I like about the Swedish system here. Even though we don't have exam, but I see they are really smart people here. And I like the way the school system works. And my daughter go for university, she don't even have to pay nothing. The government give her like 2,000 plus every month for her to pay rental, for her to buy clothes, for her to buy food. And then when she get a job, she only need to pay like 3 to 4% of her income for this loan that she's getting at university. Tell me, in Singapore, you don't have CPF? Cannot go to university, right? You have to have a lot of CPF. And then as a parent, wow, all the CPF all go to the children. And then retire, how? No money. Go and sleep on the bed. Go and collect plates in the hawker center, or go homeless. If the child is useless, then the children, the father, mother have to go and work until like 70, 80. I don't want that. I want my child to, no pressure. The Swiss children, they don't even have homework. When they come back, they play. They come back at 3 o'clock. They play, and then the only time that they study is in school. And of course, when they go in a higher level, secondary school, uh, university, then they have homeworks. Then they study. Otherwise, the childhood year is like fantastic. I don't want my child to be in such a pressure, because I've been through that and it was like hell. It just felt I just felt like, we all live. We all have to work like a slave to even be alive. The reason why I say that, it is because our parents say that you have to study, you have to be somebody to make a living. You can make a living with the things that you love to do also. Like, for example, if I want to work hard enough from the beginning of my channel, I would have been successful, because I wasn't so ambitious. I wasn't thinking that my channel is going to be like a super channel. No, I just want to do it because I thought that that was fun. And I wasn't even interested in working with any company. They have come to me, but I don't want to work with them. I'm just happy with what I'm doing, just sharing, and even though I don't get so much in return, I'm fine with that. So don't ever let your parent or whoever tell you, study here. You work, right? You study until you are 23, 4, and then you come out to the society, you start to work, right? Especially in Singapore, people work really hard until 6, 7 o'clock every day. Yeah? And then when they come back, they're so tired. They don't even have time to spend quality time with their children. Children sit there and tuition, so much pressure, and then the parents also have a lot of pressure. What kind of life is that? Are you a slave? You're born slave, working for money. And now why everybody is talking about self-sustainable lifestyle? They plant their own, they go and buy plant or land, or maybe they go and move to the countryside. Of course, Singapore you can't do that. But they go and move to the countryside, they go and stay, they go and plant potato. They have a very sustainable life. And seriously, it is all work. And they enjoy what they are doing. And they don't have to work to be alive. But in some country, you can't do that, unfortunately. You have to study to get a job. You have to be somebody so that you can be respected. So people will look at you and say, hey, wow, he's driving a Merc. His car is outside. Yeah? Does that make you happy? You pay your whole life to study hard. Yeah. You still have to work until you are 65, whether you like it or not. Right? So, come to think about it. Yeah, it is true. We work hard, we pay bill that to be alive. There's definitely other way of doing that. How come the old time, many hundred years ago, people don't have to be working to pay bills and they can be alive and happy? Why can't we do that? Be caveman. No, I'm not teaching you to do that. But I'm teaching you guys to look at things differently. And then sometimes you get so angry like myself. Sometimes, oh, I'm so angry. How do I handle that? So being 55, I say that it's not too late. It's actually the beginning of me starting to understand, how, things work and for the better. And hopefully this is something that some of you might find it interesting. I hope. All right, guys, I'm going to read this last question. Wow, 6 people. Wow, so good. I feel like there are more freedom to be who you are. Okay, but Singapore teacher, Chinese. Wait, let me see. Huh? Let me just read. Yeah. Yes. Thank you so much. Let me just say, ting-a-lingish, ting-a-ling, ting-a-linguish, is it? Ting-a-linguish. How you come out that name? I want to know. That is an interesting name. Yes, nice chatting with all of you guys, and I hope you guys come back for more video. And don't forget to watch my playlist. I think I have a playlist for life in Sweden. Go and check it out. All right. So guys, see you. Bye bye.